Blot. So now it's like the exact opposite, right? It's like, really? Like, are these even different? They're the same thing, guy. Why is this even like part of this premium box set? I mean, did you compare it to Hunger, which is completely revamped and has a striking new appearance? Blot here is almost the exact same thing. I mean, take a look. In terms of paint applications, there's almost no difference. You have this purple stripe on the side neck thing. The back pieces here, they're exactly the same paint, but there's more. It's the same paint, but in different areas. And the other major differences are here in the waist, hip area, and it's so subtle that it might as well not even be there. So this figure got the least changes. You can see here the tapographs are different. You have the Decepticon symbol looking here like the original rub symbol. You have tapographs here. I don't know. For this one, it feels like you could just go with the original figure. I don't really see a huge difference to pick up the second one. I will say this though: the joints have been substantially improved, just like Hunger. And so, like, you see how these leg joints kind of move pretty easily. Okay, compare that to this. I'm not doing a very good job of showing the difference, but I can tell you that they do feel stiffer and tighter, and that is great. It feels like there's just more resistance, which is great for a figure like this. Maybe this can help out. So, like, I can push this guy down, but I can put the same effort into this one, and he'll still stand up. So yeah, that is actually a bit of an improvement. So maybe that will push your opinion this way, or if you just want to have a Blot and that doesn't really matter to you because he's going to be in Abominus mode most of the time, you can just go with this guy. Okay, let's take a look at the robot mode. Sorry, friends, spoke a little too soon. I figured I'd show off how the limbs integrate into the beast mode. So here's what the original setup looked like with the Power of the Primes. Prime armor fist just kind of hanging out there, and I do think that this integration with Blot was probably one of the most successful because it still looks like it's part of his body. It just looks like an extension of his body. The same shading, the same purple. I thought this was very successful, and I think part of the reason why nobody really likes these limbs is because when you take a look at, for example, Volcanicus with Dinobots, this doesn't really match the coloration, but these did, and I think that Hasbro did had a pretty brilliant idea going on there. Now if we attach the new combiner mode limb here for storage, you can still use this area, but you have a little less area to work with. So you can kind of get away with something like this, for example. You might have to remove this gun here. So yeah, you can. That's what that looks like. It's a bit odd, but it still works, and you can put the gun on there if you like, or take this off and have a little Titan Master right around there. So like you could have Dynamis in there, Dynamis from Quick Switch, Quick Switch is kind of a weirdo anyway, so it kind of, we can party around with Blot. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, here we are in robot mode. As you can see, this is where more of the differences are apparent, particularly in the chest. This is pretty much taking the same kind of design elements from the monster mode and incorporating into the robot mode for Power of the Primes, and you get a little tampograph insignia right there, which is nice and cute. You get the tampograph here on the shoulders and nothing here, and I'm not sure if this is a step back or a step forward, but you don't have any of the design here. And the middle post that will become the connector for the combiner is left the same color. There's no difference there. Other differences are that the hip area has a little bit of the same kind of blue, that shiny blue color that is present on these is also present here, but everything else, the plastic shading, the plastic quality feels pretty much the same. The only real difference, as I've noted previously, is that the joints on this one do feel a little bit stronger, but otherwise they're pretty much the exact same figure. Here's a view from the side. And here's a view from the back. Let me stand him up a little bit better here. Okay, and then here we are again. So that's Blot. You can open up this section, as I've mentioned previously, and this is what the original Power of the Prime's Blot looked like when he had his Prime armor on there. Again, not terrible. I mean, it does look like an extension of his body, and the whole point of this was that you could put in a little nugget of energy in there. So that was the whole idea. They had these Enigma of Combination or a Prime Master in there. Let's see what this looks like when plugged in. And I'm already predicting this is not going to look as good, but let's take a look anyway. And we'll fold these up a little bit. So that's kind of what you're dealing with there. It does not match at all. It's kind of weird looking now. But you can take this off, and I'm not sure if this will improve anything at all, but let's take a look. Kind of, but not really. For this, I think that the Power of the Prime's version wins hands down. I don't know if you're going to be using this at all for this thing, but it kind of leaves that port on Blot. Now it's just pretty much useless. There you go.